Welcome to the news at 10 on NTA News 24, live from Abuja. I am Frama Panyi. Nigeria and European Union strengthen coordination in cocoa value chain.
Priority that we're given to food sovereignty.
Former Governor of Sokoto State, Aminu Tambuwal, in EFCC custody over alleged fraud. Murder in the cathedral. Federal government arraigns suspect in connection with Owo Catholic Church attack. The federal government task force raids illegal oil refining sites in Rivers State.
Discovered several cooking sites where illegal activities are going on.
We begin by telling you that the Nigerian government has pledged support to the newly appointed United Nations Global Advocate for Peace, Mariam Bukar Hassan, in her bid to promote unity and peace across the globe. Vice President, who is the first person to hold the role across the UN's entire peace and security pillar, as well deserved. State House correspondent Abdurrahman Jibrila reports.
Mariam Bukar Hassan, a Nigerian artist, poet, influencer and peace advocate whose work bridges art, activism and feminism. This visit to the presidential villa by the UN Global Advocate for Peace and her team, Vice President Kashim Shettima noted that Mariam had been consistent in her peace advocacy as depicted in one of her videos that went viral, Violence Has No Religion. Taking a leaf from former U.S. House Speaker Tip O'Neill, who said that all politics is local, Vice President Kashim Shettima pointed out that Mariam's resolve to align with the challenges and aspirations in her home state of Borno is equally inspiring.
God has blessed us with enormous human and material resources, which when we properly harness them, we discount. Yes, things are tough. But tough times do not last forever, but tough people do. There are some painful decisions taken by the present administration. Welcome you and thank you from the bottom of my heart for the great work she is doing for the UN. And most importantly, on behalf of the President, I want to assure you all that the present administration is a pro-youth administration, and will do whatever it takes to support your cause.
The Vice President assured the UN Global Advocate for Peace of Nigeria's support throughout her tenure.
Nigeria and the world is our home, and if we do not work together to bring about peace and harmony, then we would be left with nowhere to go. And I do not think that that is the world that we see. So the impact really I'm trying to make is see how this message of peace can be able to change mindsets. I know that some people will say, but you're just a poet. But poetry is as old as mankind in itself. And poetry in itself might not be able to change the world, but it can change the hearts of people. And when it changes the mindset of people, then the people can change the world.
For the next 2 years, the team said they will be working with other creative minds around the world who
in a roundtable dialogue to strengthen coordination in the cocoa value chain to explore Nigeria's potential in changing the shape of global agri-supply chains. Vice President Kashim Shettima represented at a meeting with the foreign partners restated federal government's commitment to strengthen Nigeria's resilience to climate change and impact for sustainable agricultural productivity and prosperity. Again, State House correspondent Abdurrahman Jibrila has a report.
The EUDR requirement on the
strengthening cocoa value chain for European Union deforestation regulations compliance, a Nigeria-EU dialogue mechanism.
How do we get the nexus right? We are opportune for our leaders to have set up National Space Research and Development Agency.
This meeting with these stakeholders is aimed at establishing a foundation for sustainable dialogue and collaboration among cocoa sector stakeholders, contributing to Nigeria's broader agricultural transformation and economic diversification strategies of the Renewed Hope Initiative.
Foreign exchange earners, job creation, all the things that will make sure that we hit our $1 trillion economy mark, the priority that we've given to food sovereignty and to making sure that we act the Renewed Hope agenda.
We are poised to lead in sustainable cocoa production and agribusiness. Let's forge a new era of strategic partnership where Nigeria cocoa becomes a global symbol of sustainability, becomes a global symbol of streets of thousands of smallholder farmers from where they are, giving them a quantum leap in their socioeconomic status, in their income earning by at least more than 50% as a result of government involvement in meeting up this dual purpose. Today I call it dual purpose regulation, compliance, and also enhancing the productivity of our farmers.
And recently Nigeria has come back with many cups. And why not also as a global competitor in the cocoa sector. Now, this conversation is about also building an ecosystem around the cocoa sector.
A brief presentation of the European Union study on sustainable cocoa traceability and regulations in Nigeria, the Nigerian preparedness on the European Union deforestation regulations. From the State House, Abraham Jibrila, NTA News.
Now, if smallholder farmers can no longer afford fertilizer, food security then hangs in the balance. To prevent such a situation, the federal government redefines the future of the Presidential Fertilizer Initiative to ensure quality control, affordability and accessibility of fertilizers. Neka Oko tells us more.
The rising cost of fertilizers is not just a challenge for farmers. It is a national issue that affects food prices and economic stability. This is why key stakeholders in the fertilizer ecosystem are in dialogue to confront the present challenge. With the Minister of Finance Incorporated, Murphy, leading the charge in collaboration with the Nigeria Sovereign Investment Authority. The mission is to review progress of the Presidential Fertilizer Initiative, identify challenges in the industry, and propose solutions to address them.
Our position is, one, ensuring that we take all steps to bring down the price of fertilizer through economies of scale, through domesticating the production of the inputs, and steps are already being taken to ensure that we achieve that. But the other aspect of it is to also ensure that we do not allow adulterated materials, fertilizer materials, to come into the ecosystem.
Of course, there continues to be challenges, but what I'm proud to say is when I reflect from 2016 to today, those challenges have substantially been confronted together as an industry.
Since inception in 2016, the Presidential Fertilizer Initiative is said to have revived over 80 blending plants and delivered more than 90 million bags of affordable fertilizer. For farmers, the expectation was to meet timely implementation for the next planting season. In Abuja, Neka Oko, NTA News.
Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, says the federal government is making steady progress in all spheres of the Renewed Hope agenda and specifically mentioned economy and security as evidence of the remarkable feats. He was speaking shortly after a closed-door session with Ministers of Finance, Budget and Economic Planning, as well as the presidential media team at the Imo Lodge, Abuja.
Want to lay solid foundation, you have to endure some pain, and this is what we have gone through. But I can tell you that Nigeria's economy is now on a solid footing, and it is going towards the destination that Mr. President has promised. Food sufficiency, we are going there. Insecurity that has bedeviled this country for a long period of time is being tackled by Mr. President, being tackled by all the governors. The kind of deficit that the governors and the central government is having in terms of resources is also being tackled. You can see that resources are being freed for governors and the central government to have enough for them to deliver the promises of democracy that they've given to their people. I think it's work in progress, but we're happy with where we are going. We think that Nigeria will be better off for it.
How come, sir?
Mohamed Idris says the Tinubu's presidency is working closely towards achieving $1 million trillion economy and urged Nigerians to be patient as there's light at the end of the tunnel. And President Bola Tinubu has appointed Rinsola Abiola as Director General of the Citizenship and Leadership Training Center, CLTC. A statement by Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity says Abiola, an expert in strategic communication and government relations, previously served as Senior Special Assistant to the President. The statement states further that President Tinubu equally appointed Nasir Bala Aminu Jaoji as Senior Special Assistant on Citizenship and Leadership. Jaoji, who had served as Special Advisor on Mobilization to the Governor of Kano State and a member of the Governing Council of Coordinated Arewa Youth Group, is an advocate of women and youth empowerment and development. The third public hearing of the Independent Investigative Panel on alleged corruption, abuse of power, torture, cruel, inhumane and degrading treatment against the Nigerian Correctional Service has opened in Abuja. Victor Azu reports.
It's round 3 for the panel probing allegations of misconduct in the Nigerian Correctional Service, a process aimed at accountability and change. Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Interior, and panel chairman, Dr. Magdalena Jani, says the mission is to reform the service and rebuild public trust.
Our objective is not to tarnish the reputation of the service, but rather to strengthen it by ensuring that the actions of a few do not undermine the integrity of the whole institution.
Panel Secretary Dr. Ojuagomo notes that beyond the broad investigation under its terms of reference, there are high-profile cases on the table, including the one involving Bobrisky.
Mr. Idris Okuneye, widely known as Bobrisky, and to find out whether he truly served his sentence in the designated custodial center. B, to ascertain the veracity of the claim that an inmate in Kuje Custodial Center was intimidated, threatened, and defrauded by the officer in charge.
Set up by the Minister of Interior after public outcry, the panel is being watched closely, seen by many as a test of the system's will to clean up its own house. In Abuja, Victor Azu, NTA News.
Thank you, ma'am.
Engineered to perfection, every component is crafted with care, and each design is meticulously tested. From concept to creation, our engineers push the boundaries of technology, seamlessly blending performance and sustainability with a deep commitment to African ingenuity. Introducing the CNG Boss, a remarkable achievement in engineering designed to operate on compressed natural gas, a cleaner and more sustainable fuel alternative. At Innocent Vehicles, we proudly lead the way in creating greener mobility across Africa. And it doesn't stop there. From SUVs to sedans, spacious buses to electric cars, Innocent offers a wide range of models designed to meet every need. Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African roads.
The Baffy Furniture Shopping Festival is here. From June 15th to August 15th, enjoy 20%, 30%, up to 50% off on most products. Explore 2025 exclusive collections at discounted prices, plus wedding packages packages with a free TV stand gift. Plus, free delivery and installation in Abuja, Lagos, Kano, and Enugu. Customize your favorite sets in your preferred color and fabric, from kid-friendly options to our luxurious smart beds. Don't miss out. Shop now at Baffy Furniture.
Its former glory and elevate its status on the global stage. First, the inefficient road network will be replaced with 2 independent ring roads, the outer ring for departures and the inner ring for arrivals. Second, the existing structure of Terminal 1 will be strengthened to improve its integrity. A connection building will link the 2 terminals, and the skywalk will connect the car park to Terminal 2, ensuring seamless passenger movement within these facilities. Meanwhile, this half-century-old Terminal 1 will undergo comprehensive modernization, featuring an enhanced eagle-inspired architectural design that symbolizes a soaring and hopeful Nigeria. The upgrades will include both interior and exterior enhancements, improved passenger facilities, and advanced mechanical, electrical, and plumbing systems to enhance operations and capacity. Terminal 2 will also undergo upgrades, including refurbished platforms, enhanced canopies, expanded boarding fingers, and an enlarged apron for greater efficiency. Once completed, passengers at MMIA will enjoy a significantly enhanced travel experience. The redesigned infrastructure will provide well-organized and direct access to the terminal buildings, improving efficiency. Optimized internal circulation will ensure uninterrupted movement for arriving and departing passengers. Additionally, modernized facilities, upgraded amenities, and an aesthetically immersive environment will create a more comfortable, seamless, and enjoyable journey for all travelers. Under the Renewed Hope Initiative, we're leveraging global expertise in airport engineering and cutting-edge digital systems to transform MMIA into a safer, smarter, greener, and more efficient aviation hub. Finally, the nation will be filled with hope, paving the way for a brighter future.
Welcome back. Now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has named Ayo Hulayat Omidiron, a former House of Representatives member, the new executive chairman of the Federal Character Commission. A statement by Bayo Onanuga, the special advisor to the President, Information and Strategy, states that she succeeds Dr. Muhibat Dankaka. President Tinubu appointed Mohamed Musa as the Commission Secretary while retaining Kayode Oladele from Ogun as Commissioner. Oladele, a former House of Representative member, was appointed by President Tinubu in 2024. He served as the Commission's acting chairman. The President renewed the appointment of Lawaya Uroni, Abubakar Atiku Bunu, and Eludayo Eluyemi, who represent Jigawa, Kebbi, and Osun states for a second term. The President also reappointed Abdulwasiu Kayode Bwala, the Commissioner from Lagos State. The newly appointed commissioners are Honorable Obina Oriako, Abia, Mrs. Bema Olvadi Madayi, Adamawa, Obongawon Dora Ebong, Akwa Ibom, Honorable Noli Nkechi Gloria, Anambra, Babangida Adamugwana, Bauchi, Satonye Okio, Bayelsa, Aligba Eugene Takende, Benue, Engineer Modu Mustafa, Borno, Dr. Stella Odi Epo, Cross River, Daring Lovett Idisi, Delta, Barrister Nwokpo Vincent Nduka, Ebonyi, Honorable Chief Victor Sabo Edoro, Edo, Honorable Shola Fokanle Ikiti, Peter Eze, Enugu, Ibrahim Baba Meriga, Gombe, and others are Jerry Alagbaoso, Imo, Ruth Jumai Ango, Kaduna, Muhammad Awal Naya, Kano, Honorable Anas Isa, Katsina, Bello Idris Eneye, Kogi, Dr. Ibrahim Abdullahi, Kwara, Isa Jibrin, Niger, Comrade Ajimudu Bola, Ondo, Prince Ayodeji Abbas Aleshinloye, Oyo, Pam Bowman, Plateau, Aaron Chukwemeka, Rivers, Aminu Tambar, Sokoto, Comrade Bobai Balakaigama, Taraba, Jibril Megari, Yobe, Sani Garba, Zamfara, and Solomon Ayuba, Dagami, FCT. And a former governor of Sokoto State, Aminu Tambuwal, is currently in the custody of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, in Abuja over alleged fraud. Tambuwal, who is currently a serving senator, is in detention over alleged fraudulent cash withdrawals running to 189 billion naira. The detention of Tambuwal is in connection with the ongoing investigation into alleged financial fraud during his 2 terms administration as governor of Sokoto. And from the Temple of Justice, the federal government has arraigned 5 suspects before the Federal High Court Abuja Division over their alleged involvement in the June 5, 2022 attack at St. Francis Catholic Church, Owo, in Ondo State, southwest Nigeria. The 5 suspects, Idris Abdul Malik Omeza, Al-Qasim Idris, Jamiu Abdul Malik, Abdul Halim Idris, and Momo Otuho Abubakar, are facing trial for the attack, which claimed over 40 lives and left over 100 individuals injured. The 5 defendants were arraigned on a 9-count terrorism charge. The defendants, who pleaded not guilty to the 9 counts charged, were suspected to be members of Al-Shabaab terrorist group with cell in Kogi State. Following their not guilty plea, Prosecution Counsel Callistus Eze urged the court to order that they be remanded in the custody of the DSS pending trial. Defense Counsel Abdullahi Muhammad, however, prayed the court to order the DSS to grant the defendants' families and their counsel access to them. Muhammad said the defendants have been in custody since 2022 when they were arrested and have not had access to family members and their lawyers. In his ruling, Justice Emeka Nwite ordered that the defendants be remanded in the custody. The court then adjourned till August 19, 2025 for commencement of trial. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, has urged the media to work with security agencies in combating fake news, hate speech, and divisive narratives. Defense correspondent Ismail Musa reports that the minister stated this in a message at a workshop for information and public relations officers organized by the National Counterterrorism Center, Office of the National Security Advisor in Abuja.
Era of information-driven society, effective communication is a strategic tool for managing public perception, countering negative narratives, and upholding peace and national development. This necessitated this training for these information managers from the Nigerian Union of Journalists, Federal Information Chapel.
Without security, freedom of expression cannot thrive. This is why we are committed to strengthening the partnership between the ministry, our information chapel members, and the security agencies like the NCTC.
Our goal is clear: to equip government information and public relations managers with innovative tools, tested approaches, and a deeper understanding of the evolving communication landscape so that they can respond with credibility in countering terrorist and violent extremist ideologies and narratives.
The Director General NTA Abdul Hamid Salihu Dembus represented reaffirmed the station's commitment to promoting good governance and national development.
Our unwavering commitment to the restoration of peace in Nigeria is iron-cast. So far, our platform has remained that of projecting the truth and avoidance of over-sensationalism of security threats and issues, while engaging in the propagation of ideals of peaceful coexistence towards maintaining national cohesion.
The theme for the event is Empowering the Messenger, Innovative Approaches to Public Information in the Face of Security Challenges. The workshop is aimed at ensuring that participants are vigilant stewards of peace and national security. In Abuja, Ismail Musa, NTA News.
We now head to Borno State, where the state government has expressed readiness to partner with Defense and Police Officers' Wives Association to champion the cause of wounded soldiers and families of fallen heroes. Governor Babagana Umar Zulum made this known at the Government House, Maiduguri, when he received the President of DEPOA and wife of the Chief of Defense Staff, Lilian Ogogo Christopher Musa.
The Defense and Police Officers' Wives Association, an umbrella body uniting wives of officers of the Army, Air Force, Navy, and Police, is in Maiduguri for the launch of the Thank You Troops campaign, an initiative aimed at showcasing the sacrifices of frontline troops and offering support to the wounded in action, as well as families of fallen heroes. Governor Zulum, who declared himself a champion of the campaign, reaffirmed his administration's commitment to supporting the troops and their families.
It's not easy, and despite what has happened to their colleagues, we still see them working diligently to serve the government and people of Nigeria.
The governor recalled the challenges faced by troops in displaced communities such as Baga before resettlement and reiterated plans to resettle more communities to consolidate gains recorded by the military. He appreciated the Chief of Defense Staff, other service chiefs, the theater commander and troops for their dedication in restoring stability in the northeast and other parts of the country. The DEPOA president, Mrs. Lilian Musa, briefed the governor on activities lined up for the Thank You Troops campaign and thanked him for his support to the military and families of the fallen heroes.
Your Excellency, sir, the truth is that no medal, no plaque, and no ceremony can ever truly equal the weight of the sacrifices our soldiers and security operatives make daily.
She emphasized that the success of the campaign depends on the collective support of all stakeholders and appealed to the state authorities and the public to key into the initiative. In Maiduguri, Mohammed Goni, NTA News.
We now head to Kwara State, where the Commissioner of Police, Adekimi Ojo, says his command has beefed up security in Babanla and adjoining communities following the weekend's bandits' invasion that claimed about 5 lives. Mutiat Olushola reports that the police, in collaboration with sister agencies, have launched large-scale manhunt for the assailants.
The Friday attack, as confirmed by CP Adekimi Ojo, resulted in the death of a policeman and 4 civilians.
Join our outside broadcast crew for a live telecast. Please stay tuned.
God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria indeed. You may please be comfortably seated. Thank you. Thank you very much. We'd like to ask everyone to please get comfortably seated very quickly as we are ready to commence day 1 of the National Industrial Manpower Summit 2025. Very quickly, everyone, please be comfortably seated we have just 20 seconds. Would also like to inform all pressmen to please not obstruct all our dignitaries who are sat on the front row here. Would like to ask everyone to please be comfortably seated, and pressmen, please do not obstruct our dignitaries here. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, distinguished Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON, very distinguished personalities that have joined us this morning, ladies and gentlemen, it is my absolute honor and delight to warmly and very specially welcome you all to the National Industrial Manpower Summit for 2025. My name is Mojibade Shosoya. I'm a professional compere, a television presenter, and of all the things that I am, I'm a very proud Nigerian. Thank you. Thank you. Nigeria is not short on talent. As a matter of fact, we pride ourselves in the knowledge and joy that our people are our greatest resource. Nigeria is also not short on ideas. What we have in abundance is potential. But as John C. Maxwell reminds us, potential is not an achievement, it's a promise, and promises demand fulfillment.